Gotta say, I've fallen in love with this place. Just so nice, honestly. It's just peace. All I can hear is birds, waves crashing. There's one or two people turned up in the camper vans. I don't get camper van people really, because it just seems like they sit in the camper van all day. I've done a fair bit of that myself, but I soon get itchy feet. The cafe over there, oh sorry, I did go round. It's a nice cafe actually. Went in today, I decided to treat myself to burger and chips. And they couldn't do it. They were only serving soup and sandwiches because they've got a gas cooker and the extractor part isn't working. And with gas, as we found out, you've got to have it so that if the extractor isn't on, the gas won't turn on either, which is why we went for electric. And with their experience, kind of glad we did, because they're shut down for, well, they're not shut down, they're still doing coffees, ice cream, sandwiches and soup. But as far as the main menu, there's just nothing on it, because of course it needs cooking and they can't cook it. So I'm just microwaving soup, obviously. I think that's the only thing they can do. So, but nice, yeah. I don't know what it's called. I don't think it's even got a name. There's a really clean toilet block there. That's really nice. There's no waste disposal as far as toilets. You know, they don't want you putting it down the toilet. I'm assuming it would get blocked, or they're not set up to chemicals. Lovely little seating area just above it, which I've been up and had a sandwich earlier today. And of course that walk that I went on, which is down that way. So there's a shop about half a mile to a mile away. That's quite handy, so I'm going to pay that a visit, I think. Just maybe get a can of beer or something, and sit out tonight, listen to a bit of music and relax with this absolutely stunning scenery. Love it, absolutely love it. I've just been to the shop. I'm just walking back now. It's a nice little river there. Everything's so well kept. Nice little seating area. I had a little sit down just a few minutes ago. You just see in the background where I'm staying. Nice little bridge to the beach, which I've been across. It's just stunning. And I've just been told about a castle, which I think I'll go and have a look at now. And what a lovely walk to the castle. Everything about this place is magical. I think I'll have a look at properties around here. This might be the place to come. It's absolutely stunning. I'm in love with it. Couldn't design it better. It's just gorgeous. And it's just getting nicer and nicer. Nice little river going through. Yeah, this is one of my favourite places on earth, I think, this Cruden Bay. And there's the castle in the distance. Obviously I'm going to take... that looks pretty impressive. I'm going to have a look at it now. A little bit closer to the castle. Looking forward to seeing that. Got another lovely, absolutely stunning bay here. Just zoom back out a bit. The walk I've been on. I just went into the shop. She told me about this castle. She said it's a 10-minute walk. No, I'm not going to do that. That was half an hour ago. But it's doing me good. Stunning. There we go. There's the castle. I was expecting there'd be some sort of history about it, but I can't find anything. I'm going to have to go on Google because I don't even know what it's called, other than it's in Cruden Bay. And there's big signs saying unsafe building, so I'm just going to pop my head in, just see what it's all about. I'm not going to break too many rules, but it stood for hundreds of years, so I'm sure I'll be all right in this little bit here. I think it's more a liability thing. It's because it's into a dungeon of some sort. Courtyard, no doubt, in a second. Obviously, defence post. Wow. I will find some history up about this, see what it's all about. Oh wow, it gets bigger and bigger, look at that. Look at one of the viewing points, I think. Wow. I don't think I've ever instantly fallen in love with a place like I have this one. Maybe Padstow back in the day. Another little bay. Oh, this is just amazing. It really is. Somehow the Kate Bush album I'm listening to as I walk seems to fit. Don't know why. It's hardly medieval stuff. Yeah, I've got to recommend a visit to this place. I think it would be a great place to live, really. Not the castle. I think those days have gone. But I mean the village. This must have been a sight to behold back in the day. I don't know what day that was. I'll find out once I find out the name of it. Really expecting some sort of touristy thing. It's probably nice that it hasn't, but it doesn't help with me not being able to know anything about it. I thought there might be a bit of history. That's why I walked all the way around to see whether I've missed it. But I haven't. This is it. So, it's called, it's funny this, the New Slains Castle. That's because the old Slains Castle was destroyed during some battle or other. Didn't mention what it was, in 1589. And this was, the building of this, a courtyard and a tower, was built in 1600. So that is pretty bloody old. And then bits were added to it in sort of between then and 1664. Yeah, so it was Francis Hay, the 9th Earl of Errol, sorry, not Harrell, who was, well, he didn't physically build it, but it was credited to him. Obviously, he commissioned it in some way. Yeah, brilliant. Must have been absolutely amazing thing, and certainly in a safe place as far as attack goes. The views are all around, so it'd be difficult to attack by boat with its positioning. Obviously not impossible, and I'm sure they were at some times, but wow, stunning. So I've just come back from the New Slain Castle. That was a lovely walk. Certainly wasn't 10 minutes like the lady in the shop told me, but yeah, it was lovely. So I'm just having a walk back now to the camper van, and I thought I'd do a little video of this amazing village, Cruden Bay. Stunning. There's a river. A little bit of history about the place. The first crossing of the North Sea by air. Golf course. Don't know anything about that either. Maybe I should know these things, but I just don't. Say, could you happen? And then there's the village off into the distance. Not very big. Everybody really looks after their place. It looks like each of these cottages here has got its own little garden at the front, across the road. And all sorts of weird and wonderful buildings along the way, leading directly into the estuary that leads into the sea. Would you call it a river? I don't know. Absolutely stunning. And then at some point, I'm guessing people have sold their rights to a garden, because there's some lovely little houses, the boat house and the boat camp, various names, leading to that gorgeous view there. So they're literally just out of the front or back door, across the bridge, and they're in the sea. Brilliant. What a place to live this must be. Another good view of the bay. I wouldn't be surprised if this is on Airbnb or something. It's a little shepherd's hut. And what a lovely place to stay that would be. Obviously got a nice little fire in there. I might have a look at that actually, because I won't always have the camper van. That's certainly somewhere I'd be happy to stay. Not far off sunset. I might try and capture that tonight while it's quite clear. Just like the clouds, just in exactly the wrong place to capture it at its best. Wow. Yeah, it's just too nice here. I mean, I'm just stood at just part of the beach, I guess, not the sandy part, listening to the waves crash. It's just such a gorgeous place. And I am allowed one more night, so I'm just going to go for it and just chill. So I've had a few walks today, been up there, just more views really, and a bit of a walk. I've just come back and decided to just sit here for half an hour, listening to the waves. So yeah, it's just really nice. I think this is probably going to be my favourite place, my little escape. I just love it.